Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Quentin here, and welcome to your very first PHP tutorial. And this has actually been one of the most requested tutorial series for my channel, and I'm happy to announce it's finally here. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what PHP is, then let me explain. PHP is a server-side scripting language for the web. So what that means is that all of the code is run or executed on the server, which allows us to do some really cool stuff, like work with the database and store information to make for a really interactive or a really clever website. But you guys didn't just come here to listen to me talk about PHP. You want to actually start writing some code. But before we get started, there are two things you guys have to do first. Now, the first one you guys may already have, and that is a basic knowledge of HTML. So if you guys don't know HTML, you are probably not going to follow along with this series so well. Okay, so don't worry, I have a solution. If you go back to my channel, there is a complete series on HTML already. So go ahead and watch that, and when you finish with that, come back here and start with the PHP series again, and you'll do just fine. The second thing you guys are going to have to do is install PHP on your computer so that you can actually run or test the code that we are going to write in this series. So what you guys are going to have to do is download and install a program called XAMPP. So I'm just going to go ahead and open my browser. And my internet's a little bit slow, so bear with me. And we're going to go ahead and Google XAMPP. Okay, and right at the top you should get a link to apachefriends.org. This is the website you're going to want to go to. And you're gonna want to go to this link over here, XAMPP for Windows. Unless you guys have a Mac, then you're probably gonna want to install a Mac or Linux. But most of us are probably on Windows, so most of us are probably gonna want to click on this link over here. Now, as you can see, here you'll get a whole bunch of information based on what version of XAMPP this is. So right now it's got PHP version 5.4.22, and if you guys want to download this, you're gonna have to go to SourceForge. So here's the link over here. This is actually quite a long series of links. So what I'm gonna do is I'll put the SourceForge link in the description below. So just check the description of the video, and you should find the SourceForge link. And now we can just go ahead and click download. Okay, so it should start downloading in a few seconds. I'm going to save it. Okay, so while that's downloading, I think I'll just pause the recording. Okay, I'm back, and the program finished downloading, so I'm going to go ahead and just run the install, which can be found over there. And that's fine. I know it's just asking me, do I really want to run this file? So I'm going to go ahead and just click run. I know it's safe. And then I'm going to click next. So I'm going to leave all of these things as default as I run through the install. And I'm going to go next, leave that as default again, next, next. And it opens this other page in my browser. But that's okay. Go back to the install, click next. And I guess these are just extra add-ons that you can put onto your computer to make it more like a server, and you can run these programs that are usually on a web server. But this is probably going to install for a few minutes, so I'm just going to pause the install and come back when it's done. Okay, I'm back and it's almost finished installing. Now I realize I think I said I'm going to pause the install. What I meant to say was I'm going to pause the recorder. Okay, so I'm going to leave this as ticked for now, and that means that the program's going to finish. The program's going to start when I click finish. So there we go. Now we have XAMPP on our computer. And if I go ahead and I click the start button next to Apache and the start button next to MySQL, just to make sure that everything starts and runs, okay? This means that we can now use our computer to run PHP code. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. And if you guys want to check that everything worked correctly, go ahead and open up your computer and go to the C drive, and inside your C drive you should see a folder here called XAMPP. Okay, now that means that the program has installed in the right place, and if you guys can't find this file, then that means you did something wrong in the install and you have to go back and watch the video again. Just make sure you did everything correctly, but by default it should be here. Okay, and if we open up that folder, you'll see there's another folder called htdocs. Okay, this is where all of the websites that we're going to make with PHP have to go. So I'm going to go ahead and open up that folder, and as you can see there are quite a few default folders in this directory already. Now we're just going to leave those as is, don't delete them, and we can create a new folder. And seeing as this is a tutorial series, you guys can just create a folder called tutorials or something like that, and in here is where we can save all of our PHP code. So I'm actually going to save all of that for the next tutorial. So come back in the next tutorial and you'll get to actually start writing some PHP code. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment, give the video a thumbs up, or share the video. It's really going to help my channel grow. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.